Today is December 31st, 22. Last night, they were following me again. So I went and sat outside Favorite Family Church. They were driving by and see them. Okay. So I start with the testimony. And everything from where that agent told on me, where it was verified, that he told on me how he spoke to me, how evil he was. He can't talk to me that way. There's laws, Patrick laws. And then listed me informant, and he stole the money. Up to the gunshot night, having to hide to the rape and torture. Of course, I started stuttering, and I couldn't breathe. The doctor said it's normal. That after you've been with post-traumatic syndrome from living through such violence, that it's a normal reaction to stutter, can't breathe, and get sick. My body's reacting to the pain these people cause. Okay? I go home, a woman pulls in, oh my God, I heard her in the car, what they did to her. No, I'll never say a word, and I'll make sure nobody else does. It's drug dealers doing this to me. Drug dealers. You do realize that. Drug dealers. That I call hired drug dealers. In it with that retired judge, his son that's an agent or whatever he is to him, and his daughter. And then the Alec and the Bill are kids. Or cousins or nothing. They're family. Because if you think about it, we closed Memorial Day weekend 2018. It was Friday, late in the evening. Told you, on the third day, Dave hit me with the board in the face, took off to the store. It was Memorial Day, it was Monday. They were probably having a picnic, going somewhere. That's why he was up in Ravenna. Dave comes walking in the store, offers him 25 grand to kill me. We'll do it. They're in it with drugs. Huh. I had a 25 grand hit on my life. Okay? So 3 days later, Dave's like, well, I need all that stuff done. Probably sat around and talked to him. I need all this work done on this new house. Well, we can let her do it. We'll play with her till then. Kick in the door on the 6th day. My whole family knew. And all of a sudden, I'm waking up with giant bruises, oranges, grapefruits, lemons, hand marks, cuts. Not knowing why I'm getting sick, I'm throwing up, I'm getting dizzy, I'm almost passing out mowing lawn. I'm mowing lawn at Lennox like it was nothing. My one son lived 0.9 miles from me, almost a mile. Clocked it. Car. We'll walk over there, get the grandkids. Their allotment was a half a mile. Walk around the allotment a couple times with the grandkids, go back and walk another mile home. I walked 2 or 3 miles like it was nothing. So would I have trouble just mowing a lawn? A couple strips in the lawn? Pass out? Almost pass out? No. It was happening a lot after I moved up there. It's not happening now either. Because they were rape drugging me. Amnesia drugging me. What date rape drug is injectable? It's ketamine, rufinol, and propanol, and ecstasy. It gives like a PCP, it's a real bad hallucinogenic. You don't remember nothing. You're sleepwalking. For 4 to 6 hours in 60 seconds. They use them in nightclubs instead of roofing people. Okay? He runs in to Michelle, that agent out of the area, and a retired judge and their family. They offer to kill me. They kick in my door. I told you on the other side of the duplex, I think it was the local drug dealers. Because they're like, we're gonna have trouble with them living there. I thought, why would you have trouble? We keep it to ourselves, and the only thing I'm doing is working on this place, and I don't even know you. You're weird. Because they're running drugs. They're scrambling numbers in the backwooded areas, sending off lights in the middle of nowhere. Signaling. Yeah. So, yeah. And then they let me get everything done And that's where Dave blurts it out that he'd rather have Katie. And then I go get that job that cost me that job. And then overhearing that girl's phone call where I didn't hang up and I thought I was getting his girlfriend, and instead I got the charges taken up 25 grand because Vega wants me dead. It was Keith Bishop, stranger we're on. Dave arrogantly holds me down, how I'm to die for him. His girlfriend, I hired men, da 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 da. And then the guy shows up at Giant Eagle, threatens to knife me, that had tried to kidnap me, tried to carjack me before. And I have been followed in Miranda in the attempt to break in. They knew what the security system was. You don't have that many attempts on your life unless somebody's trying to kill you. You do realize that. Yeah, that agent took the money. Him and his family. They can't even say they were in my home outside to protect a life case with the statements. It's stalking. Because it'd be, where's the hell's the court order? It's entrapment. Nobody, like Officer Reinhardt Louisville, not even the FBI could be in your home. Outside to protect a life case with statements. There's nothing else. It's entrapment. It's abuse and misconduct. And no coerced confession is a missile. And that's why he went up and he told on me when I called the hotline. He's from Stark County, FBI task force. What the hell would he be grabbing a Portage County? Case. He should have went to Akron. He wasn't even over jurisdiction. Even though FBI can work anywhere, he didn't have a right to touch my case. This is where even my daughter-in-law Dixie, she's like, I was wondering why they were helping out. Because they stole my witness protection program money. The $5,000 to $10,000 a month meant for my care. They stole it. Bully me into it. When I try to tell him what happened at Huntington Bank under tape and audio, the banker witnessing it, of seeing that lady saying she got paid to watch me and all this other stuff. They were paying stalkers. And then her with a guy threatened to knife me, call me a liar, threatened to arrest me if I didn't say it, screaming at me like a banshee. That no coerced confession is admissible, and that's Badgering Laws Department of Justice 1729. Made me beg for my life. Degraded me and then listed me an informant, and then told me if I told anybody to list me crazy, no one helped. He can't bend the law. He can't twist the law to his evil will. He can't do that, and they can't go along with it. See, I have friends that worked in law enforcement in different parts of it. He can't change the law. The law is only for your statement of being a victim or a witness in a crime they're looking into. They'll put you in the witness protection program. It's for life, too, and they can't drop you. See what I mean? He can't say that because he's trying to steal the money and he's trying to bully me and staying quiet. He's used these people's low 10-year-old IQ. Oh, you can do that? No, you can't. You're not really only 10 years old mentally, are you? That's where it's to the point. I look at these people, how stupid are you? He's in it with drug dealers breaking in, drugging the hell out of me. He's stalking me. He's photoshopping me with drug dealers. He goes up and tells on me before I even return his phone call. Verified by a Stark County sheriff. He's probably up there trying to get more money out of him. Then he bullies me so that he can steal the money from the case. And then he sells a login and runs this like a reality show. And that's where the people from New York, they're drug dealers down here. That's where the Gentlemen's Club from Florida, they were up here. It's really a sweet idea that they thought that they came up to save some little old lady's life. They weren't up here to save some little old lady's life. They were up here running their drugs, helping keep an eye on them. That's where the New York people, that's where the Henry Mafia from Instagram and Facebook, driving vets. They said, some guy, he called himself the Prince. Yeah. See, they're drug dealers using people's low IQs that they could do this. I was watching, my client was watching this one show. This guy, this agent came in and was pulling a statement out of this, this person. His attorney walked in and said, you just forgot what you heard, right? and then looked at him and said, do you know what happens with coerced confessions? They're not admissible. And do you know what happens when I file badgering charges? Who goes to jail? It's not my client. He said, I didn't hear a word. He said, and she said, and you'll forget everything. He said, I've already forgotten. Because you can't bully statements. You can't coerce them. You can't change the law. And he's just running a big scam. And I told you, it was actually Memorial Day of 2018 when he met them. Because he hit me with a board in the face. They were probably having a picnic going somewhere. Stopped in the store by chance. He walks in and offers them the hip money. An agent out of the area, his daughter, and retired Judge Pete's probably grandpa or uncle. And then the Alec and the Bill are either sons or cousins. They're all out there having, probably needed something for a picnic or going somewhere. 3 days later, doors kicked in. That's where that Eric said it was all him and not me, the photoshopping, the date rape drugging, and a full confession November 1822 for everybody to turn on me. And he was high as a kite, confessing inside Walmart, November 1822, 2 to 6 p.m. by the hair salon. Ha 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 ha. He's high as a kite, are drunk, and they're fully confessing, screaming it for all these people to turn on me. See, that agent can't even say, I was already in Karen's home. What the hell were you doing in Karen's home? Huh? That's stalking and entrapment. You're in jail. No, we can't look at it. Because even like Officer Reinhardt, we can never look or listen. I'll look further in law, they can't. They can never even use it. I told him about the shower scene. I told him about the date rape drug confessions, having bruises, never talking to anybody. Don't you worry about a little thing. We can never even look or listen. Even the FBI couldn't be in your home. See, he can't even tell them that he was in my home. Nobody can be in my home outside protected like his. With the statements. They go to jail. They're using people's low 10-year-old IQs to say they can do this. I went to Portage County prosecutor a year later and reported things to Abigail Watkins. After they tortured me, I took everything in me to go up there, try to get that Asian lady some help. They said her husband died up there again. Because the first time I tried, they tortured the hell out of me. The state rep for it, because he had to open for him to steal the witness protection program, he had to list me informant. You can never get out. For his life at peace as an informant. Nothing legally stated, dated against you. Again, going to diplomatic immunity, the $5,000 a month. Da 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 da. I never got anything but the police protected custody at home, and then they only been witnessing. They haven't even been showing up, but they verify they see it. But that's not good enough. You guys need to come running. That's what they're there for. And that's why other officers out of this area, they want to know why the police haven't arrested this agent and this judge. Because they can't say they were in my home. Nobody can be in my home. It's entrapment. It's all those constitutional rights. For every constitutional right broke, it's 1 to 10. For conflict of interest, is 1 to 10. They got drugs, got kidnapping, got obstruction of justice charges. I mean, they got life in federal. And then where they embezzled $300,000 from my case, they have over 30 years in federal prison. This is a huge case. I've never been questioned of wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted. I've never found guilty. They made the whole scenario up so people would help for their low IQ. Their little 10-year-old mentality are less. I gotta get going. But yeah, that agent in it with drug dealers doing this to me. It's drug dealers. They were talking about Walmart. I got my hair done Thursday. Now, the Canton police that work inside Walmart 62 help work the protected custody case, okay? Some of the guys at the entrance are looking in the hair salon, okay? The Walmart employees know about the protected custody case. These people sold it. When the guys walked up and went, hey, the police realized it was drug dealers doing this to her. Where it becomes an oh my God case. I called the FBI hotline. The agent from the Stark County FBI task force in the courthouse called me back. I didn't, as mean as he was to me, I didn't believe he was real. So I Googled where he said he was, and I got the same number and found him. He's real. Massillon police worked. He had to open that case and threaten me. He didn't even have to threaten me or bully me. He didn't have to badger me. He didn't have to degrade me. He didn't have to make up this weird scam that blah, 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 blah if you tell somebody. Because they're not that stupid, and they're not 10-year-old children to go wrong with a scam. It's illegal. He can't change the law. He could have just been as sweet as pie, opened the account, and took the money and ran. Nobody ever had to touch me. Do you know why they did it? For the hell of it, and sell videos of it. He sold police information. He is the dirtiest person on earth, and people are laughing at me, and he's in it with drug dealers. Drug dealers. That's why I was never questioned of wrongdoing. I've never been prosecuted. I've never been found guilty. Because he was in it with the drug dealers, and he took the hemp money. And he embezzled over $300,000 from my case. The whole thing of it is, he opened that case. Massillon police know about it. Some of the Starr County sheriffs, North Canton Jackson police, Lamar Sharp, Amar, Michael Broswell, and there was another Michael that worked at CSE, Van Canton police, sweethearts, absolute sweethearts. Knew the officers that were assigned to Karen around the house, or Karensville FBI case, that's what they call it. The heavy-set white officer said he went to Dave and asked Dave about the people threatening me. He was in the back of CSE. He was in the back of Liberty House there, in front of the North Canton Jackson police. And those officers called them officers. I had a security team. I still should actually have them. It's a lot. I am supposed to be in protected custody all my life. Because they want to make sure they weren't part of it. Yeah. See what I mean? It was drug deal. They tried to blame the Portage County Sheriffs. I went up and confronted them. They had no idea. I gotta get going. I gotta go to work. But yeah, they just lied on everybody. It's that agent out of his area was out visiting his family for the Memorial Day weekend. Took the hemp money. And it was the local drug dealers. His retired what? Uncle or dad? That's a judge. They all look alike. Took the hemp money with the local drug dealers. That's why that Erica, all the tapes for me and not her. Did it for all these people to turn on. They actually fell for November 1822, 2 to 6 p.m. Walmart 62, right in the entrance. Big old camera tape and audio. Big old camera tape and audio. Inside the hair salon. God, I'm confessing. My phone's tapped on top of him. And then the nurse at Mercy Medical, November 24, 22, to a Canton officer or another investigator in there. We all heard that Eric make fun of us for following us. And the agent that bullied her into saying she was lying when she wasn't. And then they're talking about those men running experiments on me, and they need to realize how not funny this is. They're drug dealers. In it with a rogue agent. And that's where the thing of it is. I called the hotline. He had to open that account to steal that money. I told you, I bet they already have Dave sign some kind of weird will that he'll leave them everything. And nobody will know until he does. And until because he'll probably date rape drug him and he won't even know he did it. That's where all this is ridiculous. They're just out here killing people for money. And when you make an accusation, they have to follow through if they believe you or not. Or it's abuse. And it's badgering. They don't have a right to say, we don't believe you. Huh? Especially when there's a protected custody case. And an officer talked to your husband at the time, and you were in home police protected custody with surveillance. They can't even tell you they don't believe you on a regular basis. They have to look into it. It's their job.